October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. Domestic violence happens to 3 out of 5 women in America daily, every 9 seconds. So in a matter of time for you to brush your teeth in the morning, maybe 4 women have already been abused by their intimate partners. Domestic violence not only affects the woman that is happening to, but it also affects the children, the local community, innocent bystanders, your pets, your house, because walls, object abuse is one facet of domestic violence. You have financial abuse, spiritual abuse, intimidation. Is not just a person hitting you that reflects domestic violence. My name is Parish Parker. I am a 13-year survivor of domestic violence by my husband, but also I am a 40-year survivor of domestic violence from molestation, rape, drug abuse. Domestic violence causes you to lose your self-esteem to where you feel like you are nothing. Domestic violence started with me at the age of 4 to the age of 12 with the molestation caused by close family members, friends of the family as well. At the age of 15, I was raped by a 26-year-old. Who I became pregnant by. I then had an abortion because at that time I felt I was not worthy to have a child, especially in an event where I lost my virginity to a rape. I went to school, high school. I met my first boyfriend, my son's father. I thought that he was the world to me, and I thought it was cute when he would punch the wall or he would fight other people and he would say different things to me, cheat on me, but I would think it was cute when he would do those things because I thought that meant he cared. I dated my son's father for 13 years, and in those 13 years, he shot at me. He tried to drive me off of into a lake to drown me. He said if he couldn't have me, no one would. So many things happened to me growing up, and I decided I wasn't going to date or see anyone. You see, I grew up in a home of domestic violence. My mother was also beaten by my father. Most households where children are involved, 3 out of 5 children will become abusers. In my case, I became a victim. One of my sisters also became a victim. But 3 of them, 2 brothers and a sister, all became batterers. They don't know that they're batterers. They just know that they will not tolerate different things from people, and that's what they see it as. But to hit someone, to put fear in a person, to make them think that you would do something to them if they didn't do what you wanted them to do, is a form of domestic violence. I met my husband after I joined the military in a different location, away from family and friends. I didn't know anyone, but he seemed to be the ideal person. Then things changed once we got married. 3 days into our marriage was the first time that he hit me. He apologized. He was so apologetic. He wanted to tell me that he would never do it again, and he was so sorry. He didn't know what happened. And I truly believe that. But then it started happening more and more, where he would unplug the phone and take the phone with him when he left. He would take my keys. I couldn't go anywhere. I couldn't talk to anyone. If I called home, I couldn't talk to my family. He felt that I was talking to them too much. That is a form of isolation and intimidation. Things just kept progressing. By me being in the military, I felt that I could get away from it. So I called my assignment manager. I got a different assignment away from him. I was gone for a year. I come back. I find out that he's cheating on me again. So I confronted him, and I wanted to leave the relationship. In my case, my husband tried to kill me on September 24th, 1998. My husband had been cheating on me, and I found out, and I told him that I was going to leave the relationship. He did not feel that I should leave the relationship, so he started an argument with me, told me that I was not leaving. He got a knife. First he got a smaller knife, which was not sharp enough, and he attacked me with the knife. That did not cut me, so he went back into our house. We're outside in the backyard. He went back into the house, and he got a meat cleaver. He then chased me down and cut my throat with the meat cleaver. That was the explosive phase. And we never made it to the honeymoon phase, because 7 hours after my husband cut my throat, he was hit by an 18-wheeler and he passed away. I now work in a domestic violence shelter, where I see this happen every day. In the state of Georgia, there are 32 domestic violence shelters, which are always full. We have a crisis line where we receive over 200 calls a month from victims of violence wanting to leave their situation. But because of that is happening so rapidly, there are never any spaces available, and most women end up staying because they have no choice. They have been limited to work. They have no income. They have been isolated from their friends, their relatives. They have no one to turn to. They assume that growing up in a household themselves without a father, that it's best to have a male figure in the child's life. So it's so many different reasons why women stay in an abusive relationship. The number for the domestic violence hotline, the national hotline here in Georgia, is 1-800-33-HAVEN. That's HAVEN. Or you can call the national hotline number, which is 1-866-799-SAFE, SAFE.